New WrestleMania. Let's check him out.
It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including John Cena's retirement schedule revealed, is he breaking the record,
Man, how this motherfucker be getting his info?
leaked, who are WWE's top stars right now, a WWE star has been cleared for a return, CJ Perry is no longer with AEW, the new women's titles are coming, the real reason why Stephanie Vaquer rejected AEW, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at John Cena's retirement schedule revealed.
I was curious about this.
News report on
the
John
schedule?
Cena's 2025 retirement tour, including an estimate of how many matches he'll work and where. Meltzer is reporting in this week's Wrestling Observer newsletter, the idea is an 18-month retirement tour.
Damn,
Really,
nigga.
it's a 1 year or so deal, as his schedule is tight for most of the rest of the year. The impression is to start with a build to the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
It appears that WWE is using Cena's Money in the Bank retirement announcement as
They
the
retired.
official
They get
start
retired for
in
2
Cena.
years.
Cena's shooting schedule likely precludes him from wrestling for much of 2024, but don't be surprised if he makes an appearance at a TV show or PLE. The Observer also mused on how the WWE likely plans to pluck more cash from the Cena money tree. They will be able to market shows in many major markets, as the last time Cena will wrestle in the city and have big farewells and likely sold out crowds. It'll be interesting to see if they use those dates to have municipalities bid for the events, and no doubt will try and get corporate sponsors for tours like you would for major events. If the WWE can pull off these extra revenue deals, it will be a reminder of how many revenue streams Nick Khan and TKO Holdings have tapped into, making the WWE so financially lucrative. As for just how many matches Cena will work, they reported he talked about doing 35 or more dates during the year. CM Punk in particular, who had some of the biggest matches of his career with Cena, publicly asked for one last match. There are different names who have been talked about, but we're told nothing is for sure as far as opponents.
Nothing matters. It's
and he's
really who
discussing
he
he'd like
wrestles
to
at
work with.
WrestleMania.
There is a tentative schedule including major arenas and overseas dates.
Of course.
35 dates, give or take, is obviously a lot compared to Cena's last few years in the WWE, and it's an ambitious move that suggests just how invested Cena is in giving the fans a memorable experience as he bids adieu. While Cena is reportedly working 35 dates, it's unclear whether these are all matches. Booker T commented on his Hall of Fame podcast, "I don't even see John Cena having 30 matches. I see John making 30 appearances, but I don't see him having 30 matches. It's not something that John Cena really needs to do." When it comes to how many matches Cena works, the WWE has to address the proverbial elephant in the room, whether Cena can stay healthy. His last run in WWE was followed by 2 arm surgeries. It would be most unfortunate if Cena were to get hurt in the middle of his
Knuckle
tour.
shuffle.
Is he breaking the record though? Another question is whether the WWE plans to put a world title on John Cena
that.
one more time, effectively breaking Ric Flair's record of 16 world
They're gonna do it.
championships, at least a number
gonna
recognized
do
by
it.
the WWE. Booker T doesn't think it's a good idea and argued on his podcast that I wouldn't put the title on him just because it's the farewell tour. I wouldn't do it because if you put it
Too
on him,
cliche,
he's
I
gonna have
guess.
to defend it. He's
Unless he
gonna have
wants to
go
break
out
it, he
and
can do whatever he
perform.
wants.
He's gonna have to perform on a regular basis, and for John to be a part-timer, like something he said he would never be and never wanted to when The Rock was doing it, that would kind of be hypocritical. Whether or not it would be hypocritical is a matter of opinion, but given the way the WWE handled Roman Reigns' and Brock Lesnar's title reigns, a Cena title reign wouldn't be any different. It's also possible Cena would win a world title for his final match and retire with it, leading to a tournament to crown a new champion. The bottom line is whether the WWE feels it's in its best interest financially to put the title on him, and there may be other pettiness involved in sticking it to Ric Flair by putting the belt on Cena if they wanted to spite Flair. Next up, has a SummerSlam card been leaked? A SummerSlam is coming on 3rd August,
damn,
and
nigga.
according to the latest
people
Observer,
just can't live
the
without
WWE
spoilers.
has most of the show booked. Here are the matches listed by Meltzer as Cody Rhodes vs Solo Sikoa for the Undisputed Championship, Damian Priest vs Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship, Liv Morgan vs Rhea Ripley for the Women's title.
Well, that
Obviously,
seems
this
pretty
depends on
predictable.
whether Ripley is cleared to compete, Bayley vs Nia Jax for the WWE's Women's title, Logan Paul vs LA Knight for the US title, Sami Zayn vs Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship, but Meltzer noted that on TV they didn't set Ilya Dragunov into the program, so it's possible they could turn it into a 3-way. Meltzer also speculated on CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in some form. Again, this depends on whether Punk is cleared, but there's also the question of Seth Rollins working in the bout. Another possibility, according to Meltzer, is a women's tag match. Shayna Baszler versus Zoe Stark with Sonya Deville and or Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill and or a Damage Control team. Meltzer noted that there was talk of a women's tag
We
title
gotta
match
fill up
to be
that
held
pre-card,
that
too.
weekend, so it could be pay-per-view or at SmackDown or Raw TV that weekend. What do you guys think of this lineup? Is this a SummerSlam worthy card? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a WWE
rocking with it
star
so
has
far.
been cleared for a return. Now, we haven't seen Jimmy Uso in the ring since his match with his brother Jey Uso at WrestleMania 40, a match that maybe had too much hype behind it as it really didn't deliver at the grandest stage of them all. However, there is some good news,
Oh,
as
is it?
according to PWN, Jimmy Uso is now cleared to return and should be returning to WWE TV any week now. Hopefully, upon his return, he will return with Roman Reigns and confront the Bloodline 2.0. Next up, who does WWE see as its top stars right now? If you're curious about who the WWE sees as its top stars, while there's the obvious signs such as wrestlers holding major titles, another way is how WWE promotes Raw, SmackDown, and obviously NXT. WWE has officially updated their banners for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and it reflects on who they see as the company's top stars. A report from WrestleTalk notes Raw's featured players. The Raw banner has seen Rhea replace Becky Lynch following a return to the show, as well as Seth Rollins replacing Sami Zayn, while Damian Priest, Liv Morgan, CM Punk, and Gunther are also featured. Some fans believe Sami Zayn's Intercontinental Championship run is ending soon, which could explain Seth replacing him. As for Rhea Ripley, we recently noted that Ripley is listed internally as a babyface, which may explain her replacing Lynch. As for SmackDown, on SmackDown, Solo Sikoa has replaced Randy Orton on the banner, while Nia Jax has replaced Jade Cargill, with Cody Rhodes, Bayley, Logan Paul, and Bianca Belair also appearing. Nia Jax replacing Jade Cargill is a very surprising move. Does this mean that WWE is cooling on its perception of Jade, or is this just a way to build Jax up as she challenges Bayley at SummerSlam?
Damn,
for the
nigga, you ain't gotta
title?
overlook
Solo
everything.
replacing Randy Orton is interesting, but not surprising since the WWE is pushing Solo as a new head of the table on SmackDown. And finally, the WWE is promoting NXT as follows, as new NXT champion Ethan Page and the inaugural NXT Women's North American champion Kalani Jordan are now featured on the banner, replacing Tony D'Angelo and Thea Hale respectively, now being featured alongside Trick Williams, Roxanne Perez, Lola Vice, and Obafemi. While these promotional photos are an indicator of the WWE's booking focus, it's important to remember that things are constantly changing and it doesn't take much effort to change the promotional material should the WWE change up its plans. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, an update on the secondary women's titles. Is the WWE going to add secondary singles championships for its women's division? You may recall a report from PWN Wrestling that the WWE has been discussing a secondary women's title for Raw and SmackDown, possibly a US and Intercontinental Championship. But now Meltzer's weighed in on things. WWE has been considering creating women's DC and US title belts, similar to the men's belt as a secondary singles belt, one on each roster, similarly to what NXT has done with the North American title. This was first reported by PWN, and we're told that this is under discussion, and given the
We don't
impressions,
need too
it's
many
not
titles,
a done deal,
guys.
not probable. Meltzer
Don't
seems
be
to be against the
AEW.
idea, though, as he writes, obviously nobody needs
Don't
to be
feel like
adding
you have
more
to compete with them
championships,
title
but it
for
would
title,
make
you
sense
know?
that if the men can have 2 singles titles on Raw and SmackDown, and women already have 2 on NXT,
Oh, shit.
the Raw and SmackDown would add a second one. The idea that the women's division doesn't need new titles is one open to debate. The WWE has many female talents on its roster who aren't pushed as being ready for a world title. However, these talents could do well pursuing a secondary title. For example, Piper Niven's match against Bayley was all about giving the fans in Scotland a chance to see a hometown superstar compete, even though she didn't do much to earn a shot. Nonetheless, Niven performed well, and it's easy to imagine her competing for a second-tier title. Like any title, it's all about how the WWE books it. The Intercontinental Championship went from a workhorse title to a meaningless belt until the WWE put it on Gunther and he rehabilitated its image as something worth wrestlers
Nigga.
chasing after.
Alright,
Next
I
up,
guess you could
Nikki
say
Bella
that.
wants a match with
I
an
like
AEW star.
Sammy with
Could
the
Nikki Garcia, aka
Sammy
former
did something with
superstar
it.
Nikki Bella, step back into
Before
the
I'm
ring
saying.
to face Dr. Britt Baker. Britt recently appeared on the Nikki and Brie show, with Nikki announcing that she'll come out of retirement to wrestle Britt. What do you guys think of this possible match? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, the real reason why Stephanie Vaquer rejected AEW. Now, Stephanie Vaquer is WWE bound, but why did she choose WWE over
what?
other promotions?
Who's gonna go to
especially
AEW?
According
That
to
doesn't
this
have to
week's
go to
Observer,
AEW.
Several
Come on
sources
now.
close to the
Stop
situation
it.
said that she didn't seriously
pretty
consider
easy question.
AEW. As someone who grew up watching WWE on television in Chile, that was her goal. The WWE has left an impression on many fans turned wrestlers, hence they decided to sign with the WWE rather than other promotions. In fact, there have been rumors of WWE using their chance to work a WrestleMania as an incentive for free agents to sign with the company, a move that, while it hasn't always led to free agent signing, doesn't appeal to others. Next up, CJ Perry exits AEW. Now blink and you missed it. Yes, CJ Perry's time in AEW has now come to an end. She confirmed with USA
So
Today that she is no longer with the
divorced
company,
Rusev.
but mentioned, "My time with
So
them
she needs to go
AEW has
to
just
WWE
finished.
and find
I'm
another
really
husband.
focused on finding talent and cultivating them and helping
My
them
opinion.
become the best wrestler champion possible. I guess you could say I want to be the Paul Heyman." Is she the next Paul Heyman? Let us know in the comments
If Vince
down
were there,
below.
she would have been
And
signed
finally,
yesterday.
more talent looking towards Hollywood. Last but not least, 3 more WWE talents are apparently looking for roles in Hollywood. PW Insider's Mike Johnson is reporting at PWInsider.com can also confirm that a number of WWE stars auditioned for a new character named Axel, including Omos, Cedric Alexander, and Apollo Crews. We're told that the production is going forward without any of the WWE talents having been cast in the role. Given Omos' size and presence, it's surprising that the Nigerian Nightmare hasn't been cast in more roles. The ever-increasing amount of content coupled with more wrestlers signing with talent agencies suggests fans could see more WWE superstars in TV and film roles. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below.
Man, shout out to WrestleMania again. Yeah, like if they if the homie Vince was there, yeah, she would have been signed. Boy, Lana would have been. Is it Lana? I was gonna call her something else. Yeah, Lana would have been signed. I wonder if she's gonna come back as Lana or come back as CJ Perry. Oh. But anyways, y'all, give him a subscribe. Give your boy a subscribe, man. Thanks for the video, my boy. Peace.